Come join me for a little while. How about a little table talk? This is Independence Day, July the 4th. Happy July the 4th, all of y'all. So, anyhow, my verse for today is this, and I've used it many times, and I have to repeat it to myself ever so often, which is do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. And that's what I do because God meets our needs, and a lot of time He gives us just what He meets the desires of our heart. So anyhow, I'm treating my feet. I got my coffee. Table talk time. But notice that deer I have in my yard this morning. You see how it sits there and turns its antlers ever so often? He's keeping me company. When I saw these lovely yellow flowers, I got up from what I was doing. I was getting ready to do a video and talk to y'all a while. And I saw those yellow flowers and I thought, you know what? I'm in a yellow mood today. So I went and hunted. I have some flowers and stuff over here at my house in my little apartment. So I ran to the closet where I keep my hats and all my stuff. And I grabbed my yellow flower, which I got this flower down at the thrift Methodist thrift store about 2 years ago. It was 10 cents. And he said, "Oh, take it." So I gave him a dime, and it's so pretty. And I'm just in a yellow mood. So I hunted up my yellow scarf, got my coffee, ate me half of a donut jelly filled, and we went out to breakfast to the Waffle House, which I had gravy and biscuit and egg and such a good breakfast. And James, it's Friday, and though it's July the 4th, James is doing some work. So I only was looking for one thing at a yard sale. See, if I go looking for what I want, and so when I made those pork chops yesterday, I didn't have anything. You need to beat them up before to tenderize them, and even put sometimes meat tenderizer on them. And I didn't have anything to hit it with because I had gave my hammer that I had that you could beat meat and make it tender. I had evidently got rid of it because there was a time I wasn't cooking that much in between husbands. But anyway, so I went in my drawer to hunt to see if I might have one of those hammers in my drawer. But what I found was this. Now this is the thing you use on pineapple. And I bought it from Amazon. Somebody told me about them. I didn't even know they existed. I keep learning things all the time, and this really works. I'm not strong enough to do it, but James can do it. Well, I just beat it with this. It's got a little sharp edge. It didn't hurt it a bit. It's strong. So this morning, I, I went to this sale where this man always says, "Hello, you look so pretty this morning." And he's the one that gave me some rocks. Somebody stole all my pretty rocks a few years ago. You know those pretty ones that you can break open and they got stuff in the middle and they're so pretty. I forget what they're called, but I had some big ones. And of course, we've been going to his yard sales now for a few years, and he's always very friendly and always compliments me. So when he told me how pretty I looked this morning, I told him, I said, "Well, handsome, thank you." Boy, that just pleased him. He's a nice looking older fella, not near as old as me. I don't repeat to him that I'm 91 all the time because it seems like that's a downer. It don't bother me though. I'm used to it. So anyway, I was looking for something, and he just had boxes of kitchen stuff like sifters and spoons and just a box. So I went down in it and I was hunting. And let's see, where did I put it? I found exactly what I was hunting for. Here it is. Now it's a little old. This is ancient. It's not as old as, I don't know, it may be as old as I am. But he says, "Oh, you can clean." I haven't cleaned it up yet, but I know how. So I'm going to clean. But see that there? Now that's what you use to tenderize your meat. Now you can get them off Amazon, but I thought, see, that's perfect. Now he had a more modern one there, and I didn't even like it. And you can get them on Amazon. They run around $20 or something. I don't know if they even make this kind anymore. but the kind I had was just like a hammer with little prongs on it. So you can use a saucer and tenderize your meat, and that's a good thing to do. But I said, "Can you believe that?" And there is my meat eater, and here comes my husband. Honey, is this the day you want to tell them how to do houses? Is this the day you want to tell my people how to do houses on July the 4th? I was just showing them my meat tenderizer. You don't want to tell them today? Maybe another time? He said, not today. But there are those that would like to hear how to flip a house and how he got started. But one of these days, I think he's going to sit down with me and tell you all about it. He started when he was like 24 years old or something. That's been a lot of years ago. So, anyway, I got my coffee, and I don't think he's going to join me. So, I'll just go ahead and tell you what I'm talking about, which I don't know what it was. I saw this one woman talking. I watch the other YouTubers, especially the ladies, especially the ones that are just talking heads like I am. And he's hunting him something to eat. Well, I have those fresh tomatoes that y'all saw on the table yesterday, and he found him one, so that's good. And I have bought those I bought those little tangelos too, James. Okay. So I just keep him supplied. That's a housewife's duty, I think. She like my earrings, but as we get older, we get a little bit more forgetful. But as I looked at this scene, I remembered some of our 4th of Julys that I had, and I'm going to tell you about them. That's what I didn't make a list, but I remember now what I was going to tell you about. And I lived right where I live now, except in the front. This is a duplex. We built a little apartment in the rear when we went on the evangelistic field, traveling from church to church, holding meetings. So, anyway, we raised our kids there. And Buddy worked a lot, and he worked in a bakery, and then he worked at GE. But what we would do every 4th of July here in New Albany, Indiana, and they're still doing it, they have big fireworks down on the Ohio River. And see, we live right on the Ohio River. It's only 2 miles down to the Ohio River, and it's right down by the Y. And they had a big field, they still have, and we didn't have folding chairs. We was poor, not well to do. So we grab our blankets to throw on the floor and on the ground, and us and the kids would go because Buddy was usually working at the bakery then. And so we would spread our blankets. And the thing of it is, I had to stay awake till almost 9 o'clock because I never could hardly stay awake long. But I would manage, and the kids didn't have a bit of a problem. Oh, they was just all hyped. We're going to go watch fireworks. Whee! And they were beautiful. So we would get our blankets, and I always had a car. So, and James, Buddy had a car. I've always had a car. So I would load the kids up, and we would go down to Albany and spread our blankets and watch the fireworks. And it was gorgeous. So you know how we do the 4th of July now? We watch it on TV, or we go outside and things are going off and all over the neighborhood. You can see them going up. Now, I would let my kids have some little sparklers and maybe some firecrackers, but we did not have a whole abundance of fireworks. But I heard fireworks going off the other night where we was sleeping. They get so anxious to have it that they've just got to have some noise. Now, why do they do that? Does anybody know why they got to do all that? I don't really know, but it's always been fun when we went down on the river. And I would stay awake, and we would go till it was over with, the last big shebang. Now, when I first married James, he lived out 4 miles, and you could see all of New Albany. So we could see out our big windows or out on the deck, we could see the fireworks, of course, in a distance going up. He would be out on the deck, and I would be in the house watching it on TV because mosquitoes. I cannot go out in the mosquitoes. No way. So I'm saying happy 4th of July. We are a free country, and now they have passed the big, beautiful bill. I did follow that some, and I did see that maybe I won't have to pay as many taxes on my Social Security. I'm looking forward to that. So maybe it'll help a lot of senior citizens that are living on, of course, that ain't me, but living on a budget that is tight. And thank you, Lord, that I am blessed in my old age. But I've seen bad times and I've seen good times. You just go with the flow, make the best of it. And I'm just enjoying talking to you all. And James is here now, and I'm going to go drink my coffee and enjoy the rest of the 4th of July. And we'll be watching the 4th of July fireworks down on the Ohio River. They televise it so we can see them. There'll be people watching, but I'm not going down there. And of course, the mosquitoes don't bite you much there because there's so many people to choose from. But we could take folding chairs, but I don't want to do that. I'll go to bed. I might watch it tomorrow, even. Who knows? So happy July the 4th. Love you and walk that path where Jesus would be pleased with you. And I just love this vaccine today. I just love it. It is so peaceful. I am so blessed that I can have a different scene in back of me every day. There are so many on YouTube that you can tune in, and if you turn it up, you can hear the birds singing and just all kinds of interesting things on YouTube. And YouTube is free. You don't have to pay a monthly thing for it. Of course, if you want to pay a monthly fee, you can get all kinds of stuff, but honey, we get enough stuff anyway. Bluegrass music, all kinds of things. I got my microphones on, I got my necklace on, so you can hear me, and God bless you, and I love you. Bye bye for now. See you soon.